Welcome everyone. My name is Andreas Schultheis, CEO and founder of RapidShape. It's my honor today to open this product launch event for the RapidShape Pro 30 solution, a product development that brings with it significant upgrades to digital workflows as we know them. I'm very excited to have with me today Ilan Bar-Lev, Head of Global Dental Sales at RapidShape, who will guide you through today's event, and also Przemek Swerniak, founder and CEO of Cosmonent, a truly digital, high-quality dental laboratory based in Malmö, Sweden. Przemek has been working alongside RapidShape for quite a while, first with the Pro 20 and now as a beta tester for the Pro 30 solution. Thank you so much for supporting us today. Before we deep dive into the Pro 30, I want to provide you with some context of RapidShape, where we are coming from, and what has led to launch the second printer in the Pro 30 in the Pro series, the Pro 30 today. I must start by thanking the entire RapidShape team and our incredible partners and customers who have accompanied us on this journey. So to start off with something a little funny by showing some old pictures. So still the white shirt, it's a different one, me on the left side. The very small RapidShape team came 2010 from the requirement to create incredibly detailed, precise, and reproducible prints for the jewelry market, an industry actually where my family comes from. But soon it became clear to us that the dental industry, which as at the time relied even more on traditional manual labor methods, will have also significant benefits from 3D printing. Now, sometime later, RapidShape in 2025, and this is showing our headquarters, which is based in Germany. We are producing and having service sites as well in Hungary and USA, and a service hub in China and in Japan. Today, we are a company that strongly focuses on dental customers and the dental market, with over 80% of its customers in the dental space. Our systems have proven that we can do both. Deliver value by providing a 3D printing system to increase productivity and to achieve reproducible, incredible precision. So let me share some images and some impressions from Dr. Suratu, based in New Zealand, who shows what RapidShape solutions deliver daily. Incredible precision when it matters most. And here is what we can also do at scale. So RapidShape is in a situation that with over 6,000 printing solutions installed all over the world, ranging from small desktop to large industrial units, our data shows that every day, 24 hours, we are producing 250,000 dental applications on our solutions. And an interesting side note, what we see in the data, per printer that we have installed, the number of the usage per printer is growing. And also at the same time, we are seeing that always more applications and indications and more materials are printed on the very same printer. So we are seeing a growth in the usage even of the installed devices. So we know 3D printing is no longer the future. It is the new standard. So let me allow to position the Pro 30 a little bit in our portfolio, within the RapidShape portfolio. The Pro 30 is made for dental labs looking for a scalable growth in a desktop solution, just next to our Pro 20. And then going beyond that, we are seeing the D50 and then even very industrial devices like the D50 and the D100. So it's coming as the big brother to our very successful Pro 20 solution, coming at the same simplicity and an even higher productivity. All well, for the Pro 30, we applied the underlying RapidShape principle, the design principles, which are having a user-friendly and a user-centric design, built in product longevity, and on the basis of complete validated solutions on complete validation workflows, still maintaining a high flexibility in materials. And with this short introduction, please allow me to hand over to Ilan Bar-Lev, Head of Dental Global.
Thank you, Andreas, for the wonderful introduction of RapidShape. And honestly, couldn't be prouder to be a team member of this wonderful company. So without further ado, let's quickly just dive into the Pro 30. This is what we're all here for and waiting. So let me proudly introduce the new Pro 30 to you all. Also, on a side note, please make sure that you are asking your questions in the chat. Julia Barlev, my better half, and also our head of marketing, she is there waiting for your questions, and she will be moderating the chat. And later we will have time for Q&A to be able to answer all of your questions. So I'm hoping that you now see my screen and we can continue with the presentation. So just a quick overview. This is what the Pro 30 looks like, coupled with our post-processing solution, washing and curing. A very nice, aesthetically pleasing, great to look at equipment that sits really nicely on any desktop in any lab. Let's deep dive into what we bring to this new device with the Pro 30 upgrades. And I'm going to focus here on the key that is powerful performance. First of all, the heart and soul of this device, the light engine and the projector, is a 4K light engine, capable of producing a very high resolution and the accuracy at an XY resolution of 25 microns. Next, we also have what we are proud to say is one of the fastest 3D printing technologies available in today's market, which is the force feedback, and the RS Turbo, which provides live feedback during the printing process. We'll go into that in the next slides as well. In addition to these wonderful specs, we also have a much more efficient internal cooling, ensuring a continuous production, making sure that our high production customers don't get any overheating of the product. And lastly, we have a built-in chamber heating with higher temperatures and not a lot better temperature controlling for what we're seeing with market trends of higher viscous resins, specifically the ones with higher ceramic fillings that need that really sensitive temperature control inside the printing process. So with those key specs, I'm just going to highlight again the wonderful images from Dr. Neeraj Suratu, a really good friend and one of RapidShape's KOLs, to show really what this printer can do with the crowns here on the left that you can see and the surgical guide fit of that sleeve, one of the best in the market today. So I've told you it's the new projector, I've told you we're fast, but what does that really translate into? And what can you expect from the printing times for your different applications? So I'm going to tell you, we have you covered. Number one, CNB models, master models, high resolution die-in models that need that accuracy. We're able to print, as you can see here, a full platform from the Pro 30 with 6 models nested flat onto the platform in 25 minutes. I don't know any other printer today that can reach these accuracies at these speeds on a desktop device. Next, we have our dentures. With dentures that we are nesting vertically, we are able to nest up to 13 dentures at 100 micron layer thickness in a 90-minute print time. Again, one of the fastest that I have seen in the market. Another one, surgical guides with a full platform, as you can see here, full arches or quadrants, really depending on the design and how much capacity you can fit. But we say 8 to 9 full arches at 100 micron layer thickness, you're printing at 30 minutes, a full platform. And lastly, one of the really impressive specs that I believe is one of the key aspects here for the Pro 30 is a full platform of splints oriented at around 70 or 75 degrees angle, with our latest RapidShape crystal polish reservoirs, allowing a higher surface finish and a higher polish and shine straight from the printer at a 90 minutes print time for up to 18 splints at 100 microns. So overall, really, we are called RapidShape. That's not just for fun. And you may be asking yourself now, how are we able to do this? How are we so fast? Well, let's get into the details of it. Number one, what I mentioned earlier, the force feedback and the RS Turbo. What we have on the RapidShape devices, and this is on any RapidShape device across the board, is a load cell providing live feedback from the printing process directly to the onboard CPU. That processor is considering the forces, considering the printing environment, how warm it is, how viscous the resin is, and it's adjusting the printing process as it goes. It is not just creating a calculation and an estimation based on the performance from the lab or from the testing. This is live, what is in your lab at the given moment. So this live feedback can adjust the printing times and allow it to even boost the speeds as it goes. Next, we have our reservoirs. One of the really known facts and features of RapidShape devices is the glass-based reservoirs. This tempered glass reservoirs allows us for a much longer lasting reservoir without the need for our customers to replace those reservoirs on a frequent basis. This also allows a longer longevity and lifetime of this reservoir. So safely speaking, we're recommending a 300 print job cycle per reservoir, but this really depends on the handling. Honestly speaking, I've seen some of our users being really well maintaining these reservoirs, pushing these reservoirs to 350, even 400 prints per reservoir, extending that lifetime, getting more out of the product, and yeah, just getting the most out of their reservoirs. Another key trick that we have here is the layered glass. This allows us for a bit higher printing forces or peeling forces, being able to weight less between each layer, and all around just shortening the printing time for any application. We also have what we've added is the RFID tags. These RFID tags are read by the printer when inserting the reservoir into the printer, and it not only indicates that this reservoir is in the printer, it indicates that what resin is being used with the specific reservoir, so that there's no confusion, and it double confirms, hey, are you sure you want to continue with this reservoir with this resin? And lastly, it also provides a calculation based on number of print jobs per reservoir, and allows full visibility on the consumable usage of your reservoirs. Another key aspect for how we are so fast is the perforations of our build platforms. The perforated build platforms allows for a nicer flow of resin between each layer and during the entire print cycle. The flow of the resin allows for resin settling to happen much quicker, and for us to be able to wait less between each printing layer, and again, resulting in an overall shorter print time of your prints. Now, I've just told you how fast we are and how we're able to do that. Let's dive into the key upgrades we've done on the latest Pro 30 platform. I've already mentioned it before, the dual built-in chamber heating. This dual built-in chamber heating allows for much more controlled heating within the printing environment. Once that hood is closed, we have two powerful heaters being able to heat up to 35 degrees Celsius and being able to manage that temperature very accurately. What we're seeing today with higher viscosity resins, with ceramic filled resins, that heating, that temperature control is critical to get the best prints out of your printer. This also future-proofs the design for the Pro 30 for any upcoming new materials with even higher viscosity and even higher ceramic fillers. As with RapidShape, we are an open platform, and the Pro 30 is now no different. We've currently uploaded already over 100 resin profiles from our third-party partners, and continuing to upload new resins every day. Another key feature we've added in the Pro 30 is an integrated camera. This camera will immediately take a snapshot at the end of the print and upload it straight to the RapidShape customer portal. The customer portal is there to allow full visibility of the printer and its current status to the user, whether on-site or remote. And via this new integrated camera, we also upload a finished product at the end. This not only allows a more streamlined production control, but also a much more effective support system. Once we have more media to assess the root cause of perhaps a potential misprint, we're able to have this visual indicator to help assess the root cause much quicker. The next aspect is the Print Studio. This is actually the first step of the process. Once our users have their design ready, you cannot simply upload it to the printer. The print file, the design file, needs to be prepared and translated to the printer to be able to read it and process it correctly. And this is why we have designed RapidShape Print Studio. Print Studio is there to nest, slice, automatically support the parts for the printer to be able to print successfully. So let's quickly go over the key aspects and benefits of Print Studio. With Print Studio, we've designed what we like to call the 3-click workflow. Number one, we have seamless software integrations with our trusted partners such as 3Shape. With 3Shape Unite Studios, you can connect directly to Print Studio with any offsets or any other variables that may happen between the export from the designs file, the design software to the slicing software. And we have more integrations with other trusted partners coming soon. We also have an automatic support script, allowing for users to simply upload their STL, the design file, click on the application that you're trying to print with the resin that you're trying to print, and simply the RapidShape Print Studio will do the rest for you. And if you do not want to do the rest and you want to have more control and you've already experienced 3D printing and you think you know what's best, no, not a problem. We have customizable workflows that you can build into your own RapidShape Print Studio profile and have them applied automatically to any new file coming in. Let's quickly just take a look into the RapidShape Print Studio UI. So quite clean, as you can see. Here we have a user uploading their files, so just some CNB models. And this is using the Pro30 platform. As mentioned earlier, we're able to nest up to 6 models flat onto this platform. And simply by selecting the files on the left, we can automatically support and nest those models onto this platform. The next step is selecting what platform you're using, so Pro30 with which resin, and send it to the printer. It's really just that simple. So we're talking about less than 60 seconds with an automatic support setting and preset resin parameters for our third-party resin manufacturers, as mentioned earlier. Now let's take a look at what RapidShape is really known for in the dental market, which is validation. Validated workflows are key for our users to be able to ensure the best quality, the best aesthetics, and medically certified applications. So with the Pro30, this is no different. We have print parameters preset into the slicing software. We have a 385 nanometer UV light source producing more detailed prints, better surface finish, and improved mechanical properties. And from the printer, once it's connected to the software, to the network, we have the washing and curing just waiting for the print. With the wash and cure and our patented intelligent connectivity feature, the wash and cure already know what resin the printer is using, and they're waiting for that resin and that part to arrive to their doorstep, click a button, and they're ready to go. So with the wash, we have automated wash and dry cycles preset to that resin specifically, according to the resin manufacturer's IFU for that resin. So with the wash, it's quite simple. Open the drawer, drop the part, close, click start. Once that cycle is over, we then move to the curing station. With the curing station, we have a vacuum-based curing chamber, allowing the expulsion of all the oxygen from the chamber and allowing us to have a nicer surface finish and enhanced mechanical properties. Another cool feature of the cure is that inside the curing chamber, the parts are sitting upon a glass sheet. This glass sheet is allowing essentially the parts to hover inside the chamber, allowing a full 360-degree exposure of our multiple wavelength frequencies within that curing chamber. So just to brush up on the final points is fully validated workflows from print to wash to cure all in one. And lastly is the support. We try to provide our users the best customer support in the market. And Pro30 is no different. And what I can say is starting from today, October 1st, our devices, every RapidShape desktop device from the One, the Pro20, the Pro30, and the washes and cures all come included with a 1-year Care Plus plan. What does this mean? Well, let's go over the details. Number one, this is a fully 90-day coach. What does that mean? This is an online digital workflow specialist from the RapidShape team who will log in online remotely for that first installation. From the day our users have the printers arriving at their labs, our digital workflow specialist will contact the customer, make an appointment, and have help from unboxing to installation to first print. 1 week, 2 weeks later on, we will proactively reach out to the customer and ask, hey, do you need any help, any support questions? Do you want to try a different workflow? And we are there from the start all the way to making you 3D printing specialists. Another key aspect from the Desktop Care Plus plan is the ongoing expert remote support. Once that 90-day coach has ended, we will extend this with the workflow guides, troubleshooting tools, and expert technical assistance at any time. Next point is the customer portal access. This is, as I mentioned earlier, a portal and a place where our customers can log in and have full overview of their fleet, of their printers, including consumable tracking, maintenance calendar scheduling, and more. And lastly, and most critically, within the first year of that Care Plus plan, we will include full repair coverage. There are no hidden costs. If there is a problem within that first year, we will try to repair it. If that doesn't work, we will replace that product. There are no hidden costs with these products. So to sum up, what does the Pro 30 give you? Number one, validated workflows. This is key for our users to be able to use third-party resins on our printers and have them work every time. The versatility of an open platform, being able to pick and choose the materials that you want that suit your choices, your parameters, your preferences, your decisions. And lastly, reliability. We're there for the long haul. We look for long-term partnerships, not only with our resellers and our third-party manufacturers, but also with our users. We make sure that our products are there for the long haul. So this is once again how the Pro 30 looks like next to our full system. And lastly, I want to urge you guys all to try and to book a demo now. I have the QR code here, and this will come up again at the end during our Q&A session. So don't worry if you don't manage to quickly pull up the camera and scan. But we are offering live online demos for our devices. So please schedule a demo with one of our digital workflow specialists and learn about the RapidShape portfolio today. All right. So without further ado, I am very excited to introduce a friend, a KOL of RapidShape, and today's special guest, Zdeněk Zverniak, the CDT and founder of Cosmodent. He is a pioneer in the digital dental community. He's driven to create and spread the digital workflow. He founded Sweden's most renowned dental lab, Cosmodent, at the age of only 23. Zdeněk is a founding member of the Swedish Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry and gives lectures and hands-on workshops internationally and throughout Scandinavia. Zdeněk is the only ESCD certified dental technician in Scandinavia. Wow, okay, didn't know that. He is a pioneer in the digital dental community and co-author of the Fabulous Smiles book, creating digital handcraft art pieces for Fab Smiles AP. Zdeněk, thank you for joining us today. I'm very excited for what you're about to present.
Thank you for a nice introduction, Elon. Very nice of you. And really nice to learning from RapidShape's point of view as well about the Pro 30, which we've used for a while. So let me just dive in directly to this. A little bit about myself. Like you said, I've been a dental technician for a long while, we can say so, since '93. And started the lab already in '98. And 2002, that's like 2 decades ago, we started a digital journey with scanning in-house and, of course, designing in-house as well. 4 years later, a small company with 5-6 people came around called 3Shape. There are today 2,000 people, and we have still been working very closely with them since our beginning. started the in-house production of CAD/CAM already 2008, which was really early, but it was a fun journey as well. 2011, we started with the first trials of intraoral scanning together with the university here in Malmö, with Professor Per Wulf von Stein, which was really cool as well. I mean, the scanner was like a big Star Wars laser sword, and yeah, whatever came out of it, it's just crazy. It started to fit, but I saw the potential already. 2002, of course, we had to start milling models because there were printers available. Like you said, the Rapid Shape was founded like 2010, but I mean, the printer was like a room size, and you got like a platform that was like smaller than my iPhone. Basically, it was not yet the time for the 3D printing in my lab anyway. Then, what changed the game with digital dentistry in my world was the T-Shape Trios color scanner, which was the first scanner with color, and that was so easy to convince our customers starting to use that. Of course, we had to keep up with the models, so we couldn't mill the models forever because it took longer and longer time because we got more and more clients on board. So we got into 3D printing with Formlabs at the time. And then shortly after, we needed something better, and Straumann Rapid Shape was something we started with. And also 2018, we set our goal to go 100% intraoral scans within 2 years. Then COVID came, and we actually missed it by about 8 months. But since 2020, we have been 100% intraoral scan dependent. So we don't have a plaster model traditional. We don't receive any impressions which are not digital, basically, to the lab. And that's been really something that changed our life, but it also was a real hustle if you're going from 50% digital to 100%. And 21, we now support a lot of different scanners, of course, and also 2025 we launched a DentFrame, which is a digital design service for independent designers as well. So looking forward to this, of course, I wouldn't be here without my team, which is well, the best team in the world, according to me, since I work with them all day and not all night, but all day anyway. If we go back to history a little bit, this is where 3D printing started to be interesting, when we started to get these full arch cases, and you couldn't have a cheap small printer and hope that for the best that this would work, like a full mount rehabilitation with 28 units. It's just not gonna happen. So I started to sending out models to like all different kind of printers that were available at that time. So we had the Stratasys, we had 3D Systems, we had the Drever, we had all different kinds. And then we suddenly found, actually I was looking at Rapid Shape around probably 2017-18, but it was not available in Europe. So this is where not in Europe, in Sweden. So we started with Formlabs, and then we got this back from a, I don't know really which center it was with the Rapid Shape, but I was like astounded. And this is a printer I can have in my lab without like having a whole room for it. It was amazing. So we got the printers, and then shortly, soon enough, we understand that it's not just about the printer, it's about the full validated workflow as well. Because if you clean it too long, if you clean it too short, if you clean it like 80% or 90% isopropanol or whatever you clean it in, you get different results. So this is basically one object that we had sampled within the same printer, same platform, same resin, different cleaning and curing protocols. I mean, this was like not 10 years ago, but 7 years ago. And it was like, because we couldn't understand why some models were perfect and others were not. So we found our own solution. And after that, more and more printer companies starting to validate resins, which is amazing. So today, this is what we have in the lab, amongst many other printers, but these are all the Rapid Shape equipment we have, basically. So we have the Pro 20, we have the P30s, 2 of them, and the Pro 30, and also, of course, the wash and cure. We actually have one more cure machine that doesn't fit in the picture only, but it's really nice setup, to be honest. The Pro 20 we started with approximately like somewhere early spring, I guess it was. And we can do crazy stuff like with the new materials coming out of it, which is really, really nice. And also with the rapid shape materials, we can do really nice models like this, for instance, if you have a presentation model and want to have something nicer than just a regular model. Of course, these works in the Pro 30 as well. The Pro 30 is really a workhorse. I mean, we were actually really surprised how big difference it is going from the P30, which we had for like I believe it's like since 2018. So it's 7 years we had a P30, and this is like basically changing to a completely new electric car from your old Skoda or something. I wouldn't say so. It's still reliable, but the difference in speed is incredible. And if we take a closer look at this, I was really so eager to find out why are they printing so damn fast. I couldn't understand from the beginning. But basically, what Rapid Shape has done is that they print the first, I mean, around half the model is printed in 100 microns, which is the RS Turbo, which makes 100% sense in my opinion, because why should we have accuracy in the base? It just doesn't matter if you have 100 microns here or 50 microns. The most important is, of course, where it matters, that you have really nice details. And we get excellent details with this. The cure, you can fit a full build platform in the cure, so you can wash it, cure it, and like around, I think it's like 10 to 15 minutes after the print job is done, then you have all the models ready. So basically, like in around 40 minutes, you have from you start your print till you can work on the models, which is, I mean, that's probably faster than Plaster can set. You get these clean, very nice models, of course, and precision. Let's take a look at that. So this is just an implant model, which is printed in the P30. And this is Straumann as well. You take a VN analog and you pop it in, press it in, and it fits like, I don't know how many microns accuracy that is, but I know that it's like super easy, and it's just stuck there. So it's perfect. It's not too tight, not too loose. It just fits perfectly. And that is something that we had been, I mean, you can get this with other printers as well, but not time after time after time after time. It's not really that easy when you start working with models. But this is just like, for me, it's super nice to know that every model I get fits super nice like this. So with the Pro 30, we can do a lot of stuff. Mainly today, we use it for models because the big platform is excellent for making a lot of models at once. And that will also be our go-to printer for models, since the accuracy is needed, especially as we are doing a lot of implants. We want the accuracy as well. So the P30 in our lab is our main printer for models at the moment, since we can fit so many models and have really nice accuracy. I was also asked to go through some printing tips and tricks, especially for technicians that are going into digital and getting a printer. And it was like really hard for me, because we have been doing this for so long. So everything you do in the printer, you do it like you've done it. So when you've done something for so long, you just like do it by default. You don't think about it. But I had a chat with our trainee, and we have a trainee from the university, and asked her also what was the most aha moments for her when she started to learn printing with us. So first of all, you can choose to either hollow your models or make them solid. We are actually quite lazy, so we do most our models unhollowed, but I know a lot of people prefer to do them hollowed. We do them unhollowed because the software calculation with the model builders are so much faster. I know you save a little bit on the resin, but on the other side, you spend more time waiting for a computer to do it. So it's like a give or take. Do you want it hollowed or do you want it solid? When you're doing it hollowing, there are a lot of different things you have to think about when starting to hollow models. For instance, you cannot hollow a model like this where it's only hollowed inside in the middle, because that's gonna, first of all, it's gonna trap resin, of course, inside there, but it's also gonna create a suction cup effect. So when you are printing, suddenly the air cannot go out and it's gonna suck to the bottom of the reservoir, which will lead to a misprint in the worst case, or a rupture in the reservoir as well, which could happen. So basically, you would have an open on top. You see the platform is on top, and then the model is in the below, in a 2D cross section like this. So when you hollow, you have to be very, very aware of how your software is hollowing, because some software are better to hollow models than others are. So if you don't have supports inside your hollow, then it's eventually going to be a problem, because in this model, it's a closed one. Maybe it's going to print, maybe it's going to misprint a little bit, and you're going to end up with a hole occlusally. If you, for instance, here, I took the same model, hollowed it in a different software and a little bit thinner wall thickness, then suddenly you have an island. So if you have an island, you're going to have a misprint 100%, because the island is going to stick to the bottom of the reservoir, and then it's going to shadow the next layer, and you will end up with a hole that looks like the island, basically. So my suggestion for doing models is just keep it simple and make it solid. Of course, if you want to save some bucks, then you have to live with this, or live with supports, or whatever you might live with. Also, another thing we found is that, especially if you're using cheaper resins, which we are not. However, sometimes we get models from other labs that has printed something for a doctor, or the doctors print themselves sometimes as well. And you get a model which is like 2 millimeter wall thickness, which is like almost flexible. We scan it in, and the accuracy is like way off after it's been in a drawer for like a month or two. So resin quality is also something important. It's like, don't go find the cheapest resin, because then you can go on eBay or Amazon and buy resins probably for, I don't know, 20, 30 euros per liter, but they're not going to be accurate. That's why we also have the validated workflows. I mean, we're working with medical devices, so it's important to have the correct equipment and materials for it. If you want to hollow and still want to keep the base, then you need to have this drainage holes. And the drainage holes are to remove the resin from inside the model, but also to let the vacuum out. So the air comes inside the build during the build process, which allows the printer to print faster and the model not to stick to the reservoir. So quite important. Also, when you print models that are hollow, do not select a base plate in the printer's software, because then if you have a base plate, then again you trap air and you still have the suction unit, which this is probably the biggest user error in the beginning of printing, to be honest. Next thing is to print with or without supports. We try to print as much as possible without any supports. So when you start printing, it's easiest to use supports until you understand what you can print and how you can print it. So for instance, like surgery guides for different topics like this, it's quite easy to stand them up as long as you can see that there is no island. and that is something you design for. So basically you have intended design for printing and you have intended design for milling, because there are two different categories how you print something and how you mill something. So for instance, when you design a try-in or a denture teeth in a block and so on, then you can, when you are milling, you can design it in one specific way, because the burr will not come in through the proximals, etc. But when you're designing it for printing, you're going to be so accurate with it, so you have to have all the connector sizes and everything in the correct size to begin with. So it's very different printing and milling. And that is something you will have to learn to learn before starting to printing if you have only milled previously. Of course, we use support for a very complex situation like this. This is a flexible partial, and you need supports on some. You cannot just escape it, because when the geometry is just too intense and too many undercuts, like going to right and left and everywhere, it's much easier to just put supports on everything and then polish it away. So different kind of print failures. Print failures are, I wouldn't say common. They're really not common. I mean, the print failures are basically coming from user errors, I would say. It's like the printer will not fail you if you're putting in the right source of files, or if you're treating the printer like it should be treated. Then you can print like daily, model after model, like a build platform after build platform. But sometimes things like this happen. And how does the things like this happen, you think? Well, if we take a look under microscope, this is a rupture in the membrane of the reservoir, and this can happen like to probably all printers in the world. Nevertheless, this happens, of course, when you don't clean a print after a misprint. So, for instance, you have had supports, a very specific structure, or you maybe had forgot supports somewhere, and then you have a misprint. And when you have a misprint, you can be 100% assured that you have some part that is cured inside the resin in the tank. So you have to clean the tank. It's like, it's not enough just try to clean it. You have to just remove all the resin, filter all the resin, ensure that there are no cured resin inside the tank. Otherwise, this will happen, because when the build platform presses the hard resin into the soft reservoir, then you're going to rupture it, and then you're going to have misprints like this. This could also be happening when you are not thorough enough cleaning the build platform after a print. So let's say you have a print, you're very stressed, you push out all the models, and then you just put in the platform without actually checking it. So all our designers, or actually team members that are making the printing, they are instructed to feel with the hand, not the bare hand, but with a glove, and feel the surface of the build platform. Because if there is a little bit hard material stuck somewhere, then it's going to rupture your reservoir, and then you're going to have misprints, and then you have to buy a new reservoir sooner or later, which is really, really bad. Because like Elon said, this reservoir that they keep up for like 300 prints. I think it's like under exaggerated. I think we had the longest we had like was probably 2 years, like just printing and printing and printing. So it's they're really, really high quality reservoirs working especially well for models for us. And if we take a look, this is from the old P30, but it's more or less the same reservoirs. Sorry about the noise. Then you hardly see this actually with the naked eye. So the previous was actually done with a microscope, where you see the rupture. And this is what you get with the rupture, because then suddenly you have some resin going to the rupture, it's going to cure, and then it's going to create a shadow, and the shadow will create this strange deformations. And of course, the more of these you have on a reservoir, the worse print you will get. So summing this up, to be honest, validated workflows makes your life so easy when you get into 3D printing. It's like you don't have to invent everything yourself. You know, you take your print job, you send it to the printer, you send from the printer to the washing machine, from the washing machine to the cure, and out you have like a perfect model. And when we started this with 2000, when was it, 16, I think, or 15, when the Form 2 came, and there was like, not really a cure. There were like, wash solvents. They were like, you can take some IPA, but they didn't say like, was it 40%, 60%, 90%, and so on. And you can also see, even if you have to have a maintenance even on the isopropanol, because sooner or later it's going to be bad, and it's going to be like worse and worse and worse cleaned, and then you're going to lose precision as well. So the validated workflows makes our life really easy to get the same result day after day after day after day. Then you have to understand that most printer errors are actually user errors. I mean, if you have a print failure or a misprint, most likely it's what the hell did I do wrong? Don't blame the printer. Don't say like, oh my God, this printer doesn't print well, I get a lot of failures. No, it's probably either you have the wrong CAD design on your models or whatever you're trying to printing. You have you didn't clean the reservoir, for instance, after a misprint. You mismatched, for instance, the resin with the file you're sending to it. There's quite many different errors you can do. And I mean, if you have a printer error, the only printer error we had with the Rapid Shape was actually when our UV light broke down. So it started having funky different, I mean, those prints were something ordinary. But then when we calibrated, we understood quite soon that there was something with the projector, switched the projector, and then it was working again. And this is the old P30, which we had for like, I think 7 years now. So we switched the projector once on those printers, which is like nothing like in 7 years, still worked daily before. So use supports, I mean printing supports wisely. That's like for us it's really something, because supports are so thin. So if you don't use them in the correct intended way, I mean, if you have a model, there's most likely no model at all that I use supports on. But on the other hand, if you have stuff that you see that have a lot of islands and you don't know how to use it, use them, of course. And the most important thing, keep things tidy and clean. And I mean, in the printing room, keep the printers tidy, keep the area where you print tidy, because as soon as you get hard stuff inside the printer, inside the resin, you're gonna destroy the printer. So well, that's my summary, what I can recommend for you. So thank you so much for having me here today, Elon. And I hope there are some newcomers into 3D printing that have something back with them with this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Zdenek. That was incredible. And I mean, yeah, I've seen these slides before, and it's really always great to see them again and to see really that precision.